We have another special guest in the studio. Also, Sean from the animal shelter is here. How are you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Hey, you brought one of my little sweeties here. Diana Gibson's hugging her right now. And this is our Shockley Honda Pet of the Week. Very special lady, Kiwi. Tell us who Kiwi is, Sean.
Kiwi is one of the dogs that we took from a home in Brunswick back in May. So if people don't recall, in May we took 95 dogs from one residence, and she is one of those dogs that remains. At this time, we have 3 of those dogs still in the shelter looking for a permanent home. So Kiwi's story is a little different. She hasn't been in the shelter that entire time. So for 6 months, she hasn't been there. She came to us. She was pregnant. So we allowed her to deliver her puppies, and then her and her puppies went into a foster home.
Okay.
We've talked about foster care providers in the past. They do a great thing for our animals, the shelter. So her and her puppies were in a foster home for that 8 weeks, 10 weeks. It was somewhere around there. Her puppies came back, and of course, all the puppies were adopted. And now Kiwi is waiting for a home. She's sharing a kennel with a dog named Cody, who was also one of those dogs. And they're both just need a home. The home they need does need to be a little bit special, though. I think a lower activity level house, they'd both benefit from that kind of environment as opposed to maybe someone who has real young kids and running around a lot. I feel that they adapt to their surroundings, but even Kiwi with me this morning was a little hesitant with me. She wasn't sure who I was. I'm obviously a lot bigger than she is, and you have to bend down to get them. And she cowered a little bit away from me, but over time, just from the car ride, she warmed up to me. So I think someone that has a slower paced life, she would gradually adapt to that a lot quicker.
You can see a photo of Kiwi on my Twitter page or my Facebook page, and you can find both of those at WFRE.com in the social tabs. And when I looked out in the hall, I saw all the girls, ooh, puppy, puppy. I looked out, and I saw this sweet little doggy. You told me it was one of the Brunswick dogs, and I was shocked.
Yeah, they look great. You know,
they're looking good.
When they came in, a lot of them had flea allergies, and they were missing hair and just had long nails, all of those things. And I mean, foster care, being in a shelter, they look a lot better. And I haven't mentioned, Kiwi's about 3 to 4 years old.
Okay.
And she is more on the Chihuahua. I'd say more on the Chihuahua side, but you can see the terrier in her too. She is definitely not what's considered a wire hair terrier. Some of them were more wiry hair. She's more of the smoother, shorter hair type of terrier. She's white with some tan in her.
And you can call the shelter at 301-600-1546. Hey, girl, she's giving me that look. She's a cutie. The girls are in here gushing.
Yeah.
And so you can go to WFRE.com or Twitter page and see this special little girl. And I know that at least one of our listeners has taken one of the Brunswick dogs, and she says that's changed our life. You know? They're a new family member.
Yep.
You have something going on this weekend, bud.
Yeah, this weekend we offer rabies clinics twice a year. So Animal Control, that's us, and then the Humane Society and the Health Department all do it.
Okay.
Frederick County Animal Control and Adoption Center does it twice a year. It'll be this Sunday from 1 to 4. That's October 9th. We offer rabies vaccinations for $8, microchips for $15, and that includes registering for it for you. And then we also offer the county licenses as well. So $8 is cheap for a rabies vaccination, and that is a Maryland state law. So you need to have your cats, dogs, and ferrets up to date on rabies in the state of Maryland.
And registered, is that correct?
And cats and dogs are supposed to be licensed in the county, and that runs along with your rabies vaccination. So they run concurrent with each other. So we use that as the form on the weekend if your animal is out running around and the vet's offices aren't open and we can't track your rabies tag. We use that license as a way of returning your pet to you. So if you don't have a microchip, that is one form of identification that an animal control officer can get your animal back to you.
And this is going to take place at the shelter this Sunday?
Okay. 1832 Rosemont Avenue.
1832 Rosemont Avenue.
Yep.
Times again?
1 to 4, and please bring your dogs on a leash and your cat's in a carrier. That's a big one. Sometimes people just bring their cat under their arm, and we do have dogs there, and cats can get a little fractious with dogs that are
as amusing as it all may be. Yeah. It's not very efficient for this. So thanks for bringing Kiwi by. Special little girl. She needs a home if you can find it in your heart. She's our Shockley Honda Pet of the Week.